Nobody tells you this, but the men women can't stop thinking about are rarely the most attractive, the richest, or the most talkative in the room. They're the ones who operate on a completely different frequency. While everyone else is playing checkers, they're playing chess, and she feels that difference before she can even name it. Today, I'm breaking down the 6 forces that separate the man a woman forgets by Monday from the man she's still thinking about 3 years later. If you apply even 2 of these, your entire social world shifts. Stay locked in. Force 1. Contrast. The human brain isn't designed to notice what's always there. It's designed to notice what's different. Scientists call it the orienting response. Your nervous system literally wires itself to react to contrast, to the unexpected. That's why the quietest man in a loud room gets more attention than the loudest one. Most men show up the same way every time. Same energy, same speed, same jokes, same effort. They become wallpaper. But when you enter a space with deliberate, unhurried energy, when you don't rush to fill every silence, when your stillness feels purposeful, you become the anomaly. And the brain cannot ignore anomalies. The practical application. Slow your speech by 20%. Take 3 seconds before you answer any question. Stop finishing her sentences. The discomfort you feel in that pause? That's where magnetic tension lives. Don't run from it. Force 2. Composure. Think of the last time you watched a storm through a window. Safe, warm, watching something powerful move without threatening you directly. That feeling? That's what composure creates in another person. Every woman, at some point, will introduce friction into an interaction. Not out of malice, it's instinct. She needs to know what's underneath your surface. She's asking one question. Does this man collapse when pressured, or does he expand? The man who laughs easily at himself, who doesn't scramble for approval, who doesn't over-explain when challenged, that man passes the test without even knowing he took it. His composure isn't coldness, it's groundedness. And grounded men are rare. Rare things are valuable. Valuable things are desired. Practical tip. The next time she says something that would normally make you defensive, pause, smile slightly, and simply say, "Interesting." Then redirect. You're not surrendering. You're demonstrating that you don't need the argument to prove your worth.
Force 3. Scarcity. Economics has a law that psychology mirrors perfectly. The less available something is, the more it's pursued. When you are endlessly available, always texting back in seconds, always rearranging your schedule, always present, you signal low demand. And low demand means low value, regardless of who you actually are. This isn't about games. It's about genuinely having a life that you don't abandon the moment she enters it. Hobbies, goals, boundaries on your time. These aren't walls. They're proof that your life has substance. The moment she realizes she has to earn access to your full attention, the dynamic changes completely. She starts initiating. She starts investing. Because people protect what they had to work for and pursue what they can't quite have. Force 4. Decisive action. Hesitation is invisible to you, but loud to her. When a man waits for the perfect moment, what she actually observes is a man who doesn't trust himself. And if you don't trust yourself, why would she? The man who says, "Let's go here," instead of, "Where do you want to go?" The man who leans in when the moment arrives instead of calculating the risk. The man who makes the call and owns the outcome. He communicates something primal. I lead. I decide. I take responsibility. Decisiveness isn't aggression, it's clarity. And clarity is one of the most attractive qualities that almost no one talks about. Force 5. Intentional touch. Before words existed, Humans communicated entirely through physical presence. That wiring hasn't been erased. It's just buried under layers of social noise. The problem isn't that men touch too much. It's that they touch without intention. The arm around the shoulder that lingers too long because of insecurity. The hand that grabs because it's afraid. Her body reads the subtext, not the action. Intentional touch is different. It's the brief, confident hand at the small of her back as you guide her through a door. The momentary touch on the arm to emphasize a point, and then the complete withdrawal. It's the rhythm of presence and absence. Touch, then space. Contact, then silence. That rhythm creates anticipation. Anticipation creates longing. And longing is the engine of attraction. Force 6. Observation. There is nothing more disarming than being truly seen. Not complimented, not flattered, seen. Most men listen to respond. The rare man listens to understand. And then reflects back something she didn't even fully realize about herself. You get quieter when you're uncomfortable, not louder. You deflect with humor when something actually matters to you. These observations, calm, non-judgmental, precise, create a bond that compliments never can. When you notice what others miss, you become the person she wants to reveal herself to. Not because you're manipulating her, because you're offering her something she almost never gets. The experience of being fully understood. The practice. In every conversation, listen for what isn't said. Notice patterns. Reflect one observation per interaction, softly, without agenda. Then stop. Let the silence hold it. She'll do the rest. Here's the thing nobody tells you. None of this is about her. Contrast, composure, scarcity, decisiveness, touch, observation. These aren't tactics to run on women. They're the byproduct of becoming a man with standards, depth, and direction. When you build those qualities genuinely, attraction isn't something you chase. It's something that follows you. Stop performing. Start becoming. The difference between those two things is the difference between being forgotten and being unforgettable. If this opened something up for you, hit like and drop a comment. What force hits hardest for you? And if you know a man who needs to hear this, share it. We build differently here.